Hello friends and welcome back to Northscape Living. On this channel, we talk about how to grow your Airbnb business to help you achieve financial freedom quicker. Whether you are a seasoned pro or have just begun short-term rental management, there is always room to improve. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 common mistakes to avoid that could be affecting your bookings. Let's dive right in. Mistake number 1 is poor photography. Photos are the very first thing that potential guests see, and in many cases, they are the reason why they book your place versus somebody else's. Having dark, blurry, or cluttered photos will absolutely affect your bookings because it will drive guests away from your listing to somebody else's. So invest in professional photography by hiring a professional and make sure that they are showcasing your space at its best. Remember, pictures speak 1,000 words. Mistake number 2 is an incomplete or inaccurate description. If your description is vague or does not meet the reality of the space, your guests will be disappointed. And disappointed guests leave bad reviews. If you want to know how to maximize your reviews and get 5 stars every single time, I'm going to post a link to that video somewhere around here. Having said that, you have to make sure that your listing description is extremely descriptive and accurate. Go beyond and go the extra mile so that guests know exactly what they're going to receive in every single room and in every single home that you're managing on Airbnb. Be thorough and be honest about what you offer, but don't overpromise and underdeliver. The fastest way to getting poor reviews is with guests not having their expectations set in the photos and the description. So make sure that their journey with your property begins with the photos and the description by being as accurate and honest as possible. That's a perfect segue into mistake number 3, ignoring the significance of reviews. The highest reviewed places, the highest rated places show up on the first page on Airbnb. If you don't maintain at least a 4.8, you will not make Superhost in that quarter. Guests trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. If you're not putting a focus on ensuring that your space is a 5-star experience, that you're offering something that is truly worthwhile, you will rank lower on the Airbnb, VRBO, or any other booking engine search page, and that will absolutely affect your bookings. You have to make sure that guests, again, feel comfortable in your space, that you have been very descriptive and accurate in what you're providing, and that the experience itself is something that a guest will value. Ensure that you encourage happy guests to leave feedback and address negative feedback as soon as it pops up. Don't wait until near the end of the stay to address issues or to ask the guest if they can leave you a positive review. It is much better to ask a guest to leave a review when they've had a very good experience than to ask a guest who has had a negative experience to leave a good review for you. That way you will always be fighting an uphill battle, and chances are that they either have a bad taste in their mouth, or if they had a very disappointing stay, they'll leave you a negative review. Mistake number 4 is overpricing or underpricing your listing. Getting the price right is a combination of art and science, and it comes with a lot of experience. There are dynamic pricing tools out there on Airbnb and on third-party providers such as PriceLabs, but you want to make sure that your price is meeting the market and the guest expectations where it is, not where it might be in the next year after you've added some other amenities. A great way to do this is by looking at what competition around you is charging. That way you are isolating to your particular location, but you also want to ensure that you're comparing apples to apples. So make sure that you're not comparing yourself with competition who has a hot tub, a cold plunge, a sauna, a boat that guests can take out, because you will absolutely be setting yourself up for failure if you're not comparing properly. Mistake number 5 is poor communication with guests. Airbnb and other booking engines have a plethora of tools to enable you to have consistent communication with guests. There are preset automated messages that you can use to ensure that the right communication is going out at the right time. It's always better to be proactive than to be reactive. So if you can tell a guest where to find the oars for the canoe before they feel the need to ask, it'll go a long way in helping you manage the short-term rental and in helping the guest experience all that your place has to offer. Be prompt, professional, and friendly in your communication. Set clear expectations and ensure that you are available to answer any questions or address concerns throughout the duration of their stay. And finally, mistake number 6 is ignoring seasonal adjustments. In most cases, summer dates will be much more popular than winter dates. So it is critical to ensure that your pricing, your photos, sometimes even your description is reflecting the actual season that a guest might be booking. A very simple example, don't use summer prices as you go into the fall and the winter. Ensure that in your calendar you are tracking what price guests are booking at, and as you come down from peak season, your prices are being adjusted accordingly. In the summer, highlight your outdoor spaces. Highlight the water toys, the patio. Highlight all the items that guests will be able to use in the summer. Conversely, in the winter, highlight a cozy fireplace, some reading nooks where guests can bundle up, put on some blankets, and then have a nice chat with their friends and family. Adjust your pricing and description based on what guests will experience and might see over the next month or two so that you're not seeing a dip in occupancy. And there you have it, 6 common mistakes to avoid while on your way to becoming a top Airbnb host and maximizing your revenue and occupancy. If you found this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel and helps other up-and-coming hosts such as yourself. And hit the bell icon for part 2, where I'll cover even more mistakes to avoid and more ways to optimize your Airbnb listing. Thanks for joining, and see you on the next one.